Alright guys, so since there's not really much going on in global, I decided to take a look at this new raid in JP. So this is a really nice shot of an RA-72 with the earth behind its background. That is a really clean shot. So this is a new raid. Obviously we have a new raid equipment or the new module, so let's take a look at that. So the module is actually quite broken in a sort of a way. So this one specifically is going to be for the Xeon unit category. So they had one specifically for the projectile, and then they had one specifically for the beam. So you have both options, and honestly it's quite literally broken. So the first part, you are stacking beam, or so stacking damage essentially 2 times, and then the rest you're getting pretty much damage increase, their damage cap up to 100,000. So you have 2 of them, so that is pretty good because that allows some of the older unit to kind of shine a little bit now because they do have that. So that's actually quite good to have. So what we are doing in this video, we're not going to be taking a look at, or we're not going to be evaluating how good the equipment is. We are just simply going to see how hard is it to take this down. So pretty much any raid nowadays in JP, they are literally packed with tons of HP. Like, it's not things you see in global where they're not even at, you know, the 100 million mark yet. So for JP, I think the highest I have seen was it 2 trillion or something like that. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Right, so there's the tier 1 and then there's the tier 2. I think, is there anyone doing a tier 2 at the moment? I would say no, this one is the tier 2 run over here. So I guess we can hop into one, and then I can kind of show you guys how difficult this is in a sense, because I'm curious to see how stacked the HP is. Alright, so I kind of want to show you guys that. So I'm just going to quickly hop in because I'm pretty sure we have probably a lot of whales going in to take it out already. So that's why we need to hop in ASAP so we don't lose out on like, oh, the co-op has been completed or whatever. So that's why I gotta hop in real quick. So essentially we are facing up just the good old G squad over here. So we have, I think, pretty much everyone. We have Gundam, gun cannon, gun tank, and then some gems if I recall correctly. And we have our good friend new Gundam double fin funnel just blasting it away. So 1 million per second for damage, that's actually quite good. And if we can at least hit A, for example, I'll definitely take that. So afterward, I'm going to talk a little bit about my squad and kind of why I choose the unit in essentially. But right now we are surviving. I'll definitely take that. Not quite. I have seen that unicorn perfectibility NTD is not as tanky as it is, even though it's not necessarily a tank, but seemingly it attracts a lot of damage to itself. And oh wow, we got, oh no, we got one down already. That's not good, and I don't think we will hit, or I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish things off. Yes. All right, I guess we can just kind of die real quick. All right, so the last man standing is the RA-72. Okay. All right, how much longer are we gonna have to sit here for? Oh, and then we're just left with V2A. So V2A is a little bit more persistent in a way because it does have that perfect guard for 12 seconds after popping EX skill. So if we are able to continuously pop EX skill, chances are we could survive it. But let's just kind of see. Dude, this is not going to end, huh? And you guys can see RX is actually dodging a lot, and we are hitting damage cap. Yeah, a few of those shots I'm seeing I hit the damage cap, unfortunately. So yeah, that's you know, usually a sign that the unit is aging a little bit in a way, right? Dude, how much longer are we gonna keep this? I'm not gonna sit here and wait, because essentially this is gonna keep looping, and I'm not for that. So I'm gonna come back around and then see if we can finish the match. 7 people in here, including myself. So I assume, yeah, so we are just down to that teeny tiny bit of HP left. So I think with this second rotation we should be fine. I assume the remaining of the other players should be able to just deal massive damage. Unfortunately, I'm not really the biggest contributor because like I don't really have some of the more modern unit in a way. Like I just been slacking, right? So there are definitely a lot of things that I should be working on my account, but I just don't have them. Like especially good sub slots units that could definitely be a big factor in a way. And then just more unit at transcendent skill of fight would definitely be better. But I don't really have a lot of that, so I'm just kind of playing at what I currently have, and then just kind of call it a day, essentially. All right, we've got a little bit more to go. All right, let's kind of see. Come on, dude, I can see that bar just slowly chipping away. I don't even see any HP at all, but we're still in here. That's insane, dude. When are we done? Dude, come on, there you go. All right, I'm guessing 2 trillion, 2 billion, 2 billion. There you go. Yeah. Let's see. I think yeah, it's definitely in the billion mark now. Did I say trillion earlier? No, that's a little bit too much. Billion is where that's what I was trying to refer to. But let's see. Okay. Oh wow, I actually second place. I'll take that. And how many people are playing? We got 7. So everyone is at least contributing like 100 mil. You guys can see that. Total HP. No, where's the total HP at? The heck? No. What? I mean, you guys can probably add those numbers up, but I'm pretty sure we should be. Oh no, it should tell us in here, right? Does it tell us in here? Is that the total health that I'm looking at? It definitely is more than that, but I'll probably calculate it, and there you guys can see the total supposed HP. But yeah, we did a lot. We definitely did a lot. So no, I don't think that's it. Definitely not it. Because I took down this much. That was how many HP was left when I took over, or in my section. But yeah, you guys can see they're not playing around with these kind of co-ops over here. But I'm gonna show you guys kind of like a tier 1. It's just a little bit more easier in a way. So we got this one. So this one maxed out at 20%. We got the 100k right there. This one is actually pretty good as well, because in terms of the sub 1 and 2, we are getting critical rate and critical attack. So like these module means business, alright? Until we get one for, let's say, White Mobusuit or Pro Tag, like when we get those, I think we are definitely in business. But these are pretty good as well. I would definitely say Xeon is not the most versatile, or it's not the most diverse tags out there. Like there's just not a lot of unit that has that. But yeah, I mean, it's a good equipment to have for the new Xeon that we have in game. But yeah, let me just kind of show you guys the tier 1, and then we'll talk about the team. Alright, so essentially this is going to be the team that I'm looking at. So we only have one true DPS in this team, and that's going to be Perfectibility and NTD over here. So this unit, you guys can see, was dashing out a lot of attacks. Unit enhancement at 130 right there. So essentially we do have a V2 just for a consistent healing, and then just some more damage mitigation and all that good stuff from is essentially mitigating some portion of the EXQ damage and all that good stuff. And then we obviously know we have Easy 8 just for some critical, and then yeah, crit rate and critical attack up right there. And then we have this unit, I believe is Jake, is it doll, whatever this unit is called. So this one is to apply the the jamming status, because naturally Perfectibility NTD does not do it by itself. So we need another unit that can inflict that, so the enemy or ourselves can do more damage. So essentially this unit could do more damage when the enemy has the jamming status, so therefore I have to use this unit. If I would have the green base form Unicorn Perfectibility, I would use that one instead, because that one can do that via the EXQ. So I would definitely use that instead, but I don't have it in this account, so that's why I'm using that unit. So we also do have the Phoenix NTD, so this one is simply just for the healing. I do imagine this is going to be a fairly prolonged fight, so I think just having the healing is probably a little more appropriate. And then we do have this Cribbly Mark II. So this is a really superb support just for the critical attack, critical rate. So whenever this drops in global, which I imagine is going to take a long time from now, this is definitely a must go because there are a lot of things that's going on. I'm not gonna do a lot of whole explanation on this unit right now, but yeah, this is a really fantastic support to have. But let's gonna hop in and see what kind of damage we can bust out. Alright, so you guys can see we have pretty much the trio. We have gun cannon, RX, and then we have gun tank right there. So there's honestly not really a unit that I want to put up front, so I think I'm just gonna go with this. Like, these can just be on the side, honestly. They don't even need to be up front, so I think I'm just gonna be doing this actually, and then we should be fine. Yeah, let's just kind of keep it like that. I don't necessarily want them to take a lot of hits, so yeah, let's just kind of go with that. Definitely a really weird kind of positioning that I'm doing, but yeah, essentially I need the support to survive as long as possible so they don't take a lot of damage. So that's why I originally had X3 in here, but I feel like X3 wasn't contributing as much as I wanted to, so I was like, let me just bring in another support and kind of call it a day. But you guys can see Unicorn by itself with receiving all those buffing, we are doing a lot. Oh my gosh. And V28 is doing so much well. Alright, I'll definitely give him some credit for that. But essentially, it's predictability NTDs that's doing all the damage. So if I will have this unit, let's say, a little bit more into the unit enhancement, I think we should be a lot more better. So essentially right now, we are just trying to clean up our X. That's our only enemy left. And yeah, this is definitely chipping away fairly nicely. So I'll definitely take that. So I'm gonna say we should be able to finish this somewhere around the 300-second mark, so that's essentially a good 2.5 minutes. Because I don't have that 3 times speed, so obviously we are taking a fairly long time, so you guys have to forgive me on that. I just cannot buy on here, but we are already halfway through, so you guys can see our damage is well over almost 300 million, so you guys can definitely see even a tier 1 is absurd. Like, I had no idea what they're planning when they made these raids. Like, they're insanely strong. So I would have to say when Global gets this next raid, it should be somewhat harder, I guess, to compensate for the level increase, so we are able to do a little bit better. But so far, like, I think what I'm planning to do moving forward is just jam pack one unit with a lot of support and have that unit carry away. Like check this out. This is working out just fine. Okay, it's cool. It's cool in all honesty. But I think having only one DPS probably wouldn't be making times. It looks good on paper. Have one unit that's doing all the damage, but I think if we take a look at the total time completion and all that good stuff, I think it's probably best if I were to supplement with some other, you know, semi DPS so we don't take forever to complete this. But yeah, we should be out of here in just a moment now if NTD can over there can just kind of survive just a little bit longer. Okay, yeah, we done. Perfect. All right, so since I did finish this in the 3-time reward, so let's kind of see what kind of modules we can get. All right, so 70 or 700 million. Whew, that is a lot. So let's see, module wise, we got another one right here. So this one is roughly about the same. So it looks like we cannot really get up to on par with everything. 40 highest, so 9% and then 16. That's actually pretty good. I'll probably be keeping this one for the time being, but okay, I think that's pretty much it. You guys can definitely see how insane and these raids are nowadays. Like they're just stacked with HP. And yeah, this team did pretty good. I did not even have to come back in for a second attempt, so we definitely went over a little bit than I expected. 312 seconds. Whew, that is a good 2.5 minutes right there. Yeah, no, yeah, is it? Yeah, that's a lot. Ooh, man, no, it would be 5 minutes if we were to do it in 1 time speed, since we are doing it in 2 times speed. So yeah, 2.5 is probably a good estimate on the time. But other than that, that is going to be pretty much it. So I think on the next video we'll probably try out that new equipment just to see how powerful it is.